of Egi People's Assembly, an apex body of Egi Kingdom in Arashi region of Rivers State. They say their communities have continued to enjoy support from Total Energies EP Nigeria Limited, especially after floods ravaged their spaces. They say with the help of Total Energies, those sacked by the floods from their homes are being taken care of properly, especially with the provision of food and medical care. They expressed their gratitude to Total Energies, but want the multinational to do more.
But Total, all accredited camps in Egi Kingdom showed their presence. It didn't just end there. For the first time, Total had to set up the kitchen to cook food, not just sharing raw food, because they know the handicap that when you are taken over by water, the chances of making fire to cook will be difficult.
When you do all that you want to do, consider our schools, because me, I am more concerned about area that concern the youth. Because our schools, we are greatly affected, and we need fumigations in all the schools so that they will be able to attend to their studies in a safe environment.
The first thing they did was to send boats to evacuate people from the affected areas, brought them to the IDPs and helped to feed them. So the next thing they are doing now is for the post-flood, of which some people can end up in the flood assistance and will not go further for the post-flood. But now you people have other plans for us, of which we still have to thank you people.
The representative of the Deputy Managing Director of the company, Wachuku Godpower, who is also the General Manager Community Affairs, Projects and Development, says the company, as part of its corporate social responsibility, will continue to come to the aid of its host communities.
Our record shows that over 10,000 persons were evacuated and transported from the various communities in OMO 58 to safe place. We provided 4 registered nurses with valid practicing licenses, had medications provided, standby ambulance for referred cases, serious hygiene support, mobile toilets, sanitary campaigns, and of course, we also did daily feeding. Water scheme, well testing, reservoir washing, well reservoir and pipe network treatment, repainting and remedial works on the damaged network and then buildings. Electricity network, we restore electricity in all flood-impacted communities. I am proud to mention that today, above 90% progress has already been achieved. On agriculture, we have to provide seedlings to farmers who we know are the bedrock of the Egi farming culture. We shall execute this recovery plan as usual in consultation with the Egi leadership and the institutions. Our overall mission will be to reach the most vulnerable of the people of our host communities. That is very key for us. Cumulatively, Total Energies is committing the sum of $1,500,000 US from pre-flood, flood, and post-flood interventions.
Thank you. In fact, today is a remarkable day based on the impact and commitment and contribution of Total E&P. The level of commitment by Total Energies, as demonstrated during this flood, was as if they were at the cause of the flood.
Thanking Total, I think the end word is just thank you. Total, thank you.
The year 2022 has emerged a period in which Nigeria experienced one of the worst flooding in its history. According to a report by the federal government, the flood displaced over 1.4 million people and killed over 600 persons. Among the places affected are some communities in Rivers State, with about 80% of the land mass submerged by the flood. However, many of these communities, which fall within the operational area of energy giant Total Energies EP Nigeria Limited, are now getting help and will still receive more. It is hoped that relevant authorities will ensure that flooding in Nigeria is prevented.